Liverpool 2, Monterrey 1, bruv. Leave it out. We're getting closer to becoming the World Club Champions. Talk to me about that game, bruv, because that was not as easy as I expected it to be.
Well, I didn't expect it to be easy at all, to be honest. When you got Mexican team, different country, you can tell, you just know the mentality is going to be a certain way, right?
Yeah.
But you expect it to be a little. When it went 1-0,
yeah.
when it went to 1-0, I thought, yeah, okay,
Here we go.
This should be. But they played very well, very well. Alisson made some big boy saves. I'm starting to really believe that he is the best out there, goalkeeper-wise, consistency at the moment. And obviously, you have to see it over 2 or 3 seasons, I guess. But from what I've seen so far, like just when the moments count, his decision making is on point. But that wasn't fun to watch at all. I'm sorry, that was hard to watch.
It was actually. It was very slow. I was looking at the time, thinking this is going slow. You know, like when you're watching Premier League football and that, yeah, it goes quick now. But that was literally dragging that game. But as you said about Montalivet, their defense was.
They were aggressive. You know what? Whenever Liverpool got the ball forward to the front men, they were in.
They were on side
and they were quick and aggressive. And I think that it was very much on the contrast going forward, because they were very slow going forward and it was a lot of pot shots. But at the back, I thought they defended really well. And I thought the thing is, I actually did say to you, didn't I? It's mental, because I actually said to him, I was like, if it stays 1-1 and we get into the last 10 minutes, we'll win this game. I did say that actually, didn't I? I said, okay, with 10 minutes to go, because they are going to tire and Liverpool are going to keep knocking on the door. But it shouldn't be like that, I don't think, at this level. And like I said, I'm going to change my mindset a little bit and say that I'm going to stop saying that we're getting lucky. I'm going to keep saying that we're relentless. And that's the way you got to look at it, I think, because it's luck if it happens once or twice. But it's relentless if it keeps happening over and over again that you score in the last 10 minutes. So maybe we're not giving the props where they're due, and Liverpool are fitter and a lot more... I guess
Bro, they were
relentless.
Bro, they were pulling hammies left, right, centre towards the end of that.
It's cramp, isn't it?
Yeah. But like that's what I meant, right? But just like you said there, it's that we are relentless, and by the end of the 90 minutes, they were finished. And then the last people you want to see coming on, is Trent, Mane, and Firmino. That is the last people you want to see coming on.
But on the flip side, as Liverpool fans, we probably didn't want to see them be used today. You'd want to get through that game without using them. So.
But if you look at it in that way, you think, right, you've saved Mane pretty much. You brought him on in the 70th minute. You saved Firmino for the last 10, and you brought Trent on as well. So
Virgil didn't play.
And you've got the job done as well. So that way, you can't look at anything. And Robertson was rested the week before. He played 90 minutes today. So
probably one of his worst games I've ever seen, by the way.
Wow, he looked lost without his boy Mane.
Yeah, without Mane, he looks lost, but that's credit to Mane, right? So I'm not going to get too drawn up in this game, because personally, I don't even think we should be there anyway.
We should. We should be there.
Well, this is what I'm saying. I don't think that's exactly what we need right now.
I want that crest on the back on the kit, bro. Yeah, that World Club Champions, bro. I want it there.
But yeah, listen, it's more of a job done. I thought Keita started quite well, played all right.
I think he did all right for the whole thing.
Actually, no, he started poorly, but he got into the game.
Yeah.
But you'd expect more from, in these sorts of games, like Shaqiri. I'm looking at Shaqiri thinking, right, you're someone who's played in this tournament and won this tournament before.
I agree with you. Even the game before.
Yeah.
It was the game before he played, right? And he's out I think he was on the left. He whipped that one crossing, which was offside for Mane. Yeah. But, just like you said, like now...
I expect more.
But now you can't understand why Klopp is not using the guy.
That's it. It's true. And the other one is Origi. Listen, Origi's done well for Liverpool. There's no denying it. Yeah. Champions League final, semi-final, scored goals, really important goals at the Merseyside derby and stuff. But today, you can see why it's hard to start him, because he's frustrating. He's frustrating. He does stuff and you're just like, what was going through your mind when you did that? Do you know what I mean? There's stuff like that. So for the positive result to get the win, the performance for me was poor. It was just so flat. And
what about Lallana?
It took 40 minutes. I didn't know the guys playing.
There was a stage in the game. He goes to me, is Lallana even playing? Like, I don't know, man. Like, when I looked at the lineup, I saw these players. I think, okay, this is very different to what I wanted to be.
But there's enough.
Exactly.
In there.
There's enough here, and I want to see you come out there and do your thing. And just like you said about Origi, Lallana, Shaqiri, all these players here, you wanted to see them come to the party. Even Ox was in and out of the game. He was in and out of the game. He did some really special moments. Then suddenly thinking, where is Ox?
Special. I don't know about special.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that back. Not special, but good moments in the game.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's one of them ones. But yeah, listen, like I said, I'm not overly buzzing about it. We're into the final.
I'm buzzing about it.
No, as in like the performance. I'm not buzzing about it. But we're in the final now, and hopefully, as I said, it'd be nice to get the win because you're there. So that's.
And obviously, I think the players will come back as well, right? We're hoping the Virgin, the Genies come back, and obviously starting. But the thing is, look, I want to touch on when these players came on. Like people like Bobby, and the whole crowd knows, even Mane, you see the crowd literally just start standing up because the news, something's about to happen now. Yeah. And I think for Bobby to come on, but hold on, we even talked about Trent's assist.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, when he crossed it, I never expected him to even put it there.
But you know what? I'm going to go the other side to that and say the run from Firmino. As a defender, as a centre-back, that's my worst nightmare. Check in. Right, okay, cross comes in, dealt with, and he makes that run. Just as you think, okay, I know where he is, just in front and gets a touch. As a defender, you're thinking, I shouldn't let my man get in front of me. But there's sometimes you just got to take it out for and say, that is a fantastic bit of forward play. The movement is ridiculous. Delivery is fantastic. It's a joke, really, to be able to put a ball in like that.
Like you said, normally it's whipped in at the top or just in there to see what happens. Yeah. He actually placed it front post and over, front post.
And mate, he's got the run. So, as I said, I think as the opposition, they've defended so well and they've been cut open by a move that class was pretty special. That was pretty special. But as I said, I don't want to see Liverpool in the 91st minute.
The last thing I wanted to see was extra time.
Yeah.
When I knew there was extra time involved in this game, I was like, this is the last thing we need right now. So I'm glad that delicate touch from Bobby entered the game where it should have done. And like I said, full praise to Monterrey, right? Yeah. So they did okay. And what's that guy's name? Pavan or what?
Pabon or something.
Pabon on the. But he was causing problems, bro. All game.
Literally licking off shots for no reason and causing havoc. Just swazzing him into all kinds. So to finish this off there, for my man of the match, for me, I don't think you can look further than the goalkeeper. I think he was outstanding. And he was the man of the match. I don't care what anyone says. Firmino's touch was brilliant, but the man of that whole match was Alisson because of what? If it wasn't for him, if you got like a Mignolet in there, that's game done. 3-0. That's 3-1. Cause that's done.
3-0 as well.
But yeah.
No, I have to agree with you there. You can't look no further than Alisson. And we always keep saying it, he just offers you that reassurance. Even when it was a free kick, to take a great free kick, made light work of it. Yeah. And there's some saves that just using common sense. There's a cross coming in the last minute.
It's not common sense. It's not common sense. I hate it. You can't say that. With goalkeepers, it's not common sense. That's what you train for. You know, when a striker makes the forward, like the front post run, that's not common sense. That's great forward play. Just like goalkeepers. You know that time when he pulled away? That's not common sense. That's just brilliant goalkeeping. That's awareness. And I think that's why people need to understand. I've got a bit of a soft spot when it comes to goalkeepers because I think it's easy to lay blame on a goalkeeper. But when they do stuff, everyone's like, well, I expect them to make that save. But I expect a striker to finish half the chances that they don't score, and they don't. But yeah, when it's a goalkeeper, well, I expect him to make that save. Well, no. You don't. It's only a good save once you've made it.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about the saves. I'm talking about at the very end of the game. There's a cross that came in, and he let it go. He could have.
And that's what I mean. Yeah. But that's not common sense. That's
him using his sense. But whatever.
That's brilliant awareness.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Awareness. Yeah. That goalkeeping awareness that he's got. The one that he's dived and pushed away. That's amazing goalkeeping. And then that time, same things happen again, and he's pulled away because he's clocked the situation, and that's awareness. And I think that's what people need to understand. What separates him from the rest as a goalkeeper is that awareness, being able to like, okay, this cross I'm coming and I'm catching. This cross, this is not for me. This isn't my area. I'm not here to play. So yeah, from that perspective, yeah.
And then finally, just about Henderson dropping into centre back as a captain, did his duty. And look, come on, man, just drop in and play that role. He did well. He didn't really have too many of the issues. Yeah. So hats off to Henderson for getting that job done. So we're into the final. That's all that matters. It's on Saturday. It's around the same time, I believe. It's about 5:15, 5:30 for people who don't know. So hopefully we can get that win against Flamengo, and that's going to be a tough game.
They're going to be on it, by the way, because to them this is the game of their lives. Playing against Liverpool, Firmino's playing. Massive game for them. The guy mentioned it earlier that they've been talking about beating Liverpool in '81 to this day. So I mean, they'll be up for it. If Liverpool aren't up for it, they'll get turned over. So let us know you're there. So let's go and win it.
So let us know your opinion on this game, and if you agree with some of our thoughts about it. So until then, don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and comment.
Peace.